all members of the review committee, personal staff of the suspended national chairman, contractors, and the external auditor were invited in the interest of natural justice and fair hearing. It is noteworthy that is the only suspended national auditor that honored the invitation amongst the 3 allegedly accused persons. Going from the statements, interactions, and the documents, the committee made some findings and far-reaching recommendations. It is hoped that the party will implement the recommendations with a view to position the party to effectively and efficiently perform its functions.
Members of the National Working Committee were part of those that even appeared before the committee. Some appeared and stayed for almost 2-3 hours. And I want to assure you, the committee are here to testify. There was never a time that while the committee are doing their assignment that we even fit into talk less of trying to interfere in any respect.
It is not about the people who were suspended. It is not about some of our own staff who had multiple accounts. Okay? Staff that earned less than 100,000 naira per month, but had 27 accounts. Not that. But how this will not happen again, and how the party will actually operate correctly, strongly, following its own rules and regulations.
Our correspondent Sagir Ibrahim, who has been monitoring as events unfold, joins us now. Sagir, what reasons, if any, did the suspended chair and others give for refusing to appear before the panel?
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for having me on the news. As far as reasons go, we're yet to hear from the suspended national chairman. We're also yet to hear from the suspended national youth leader, who are among the 2 individuals who failed to appear before the investigative panel. So far, the investigative panel has submitted a report on its work, and it has also submitted recommendation to the current NWC of the party, which includes the acting national chairman, as you saw in the visuals. We are then expecting next steps of what the party is going to decide upon with regards to the report and the recommendations of the committee. But as far as reasons why the national chairman, that's Shehu Gabam, and also the national youth leader, Obunaya Uchechukwu, are concerned, we're yet to get any concrete reasons as to why they failed to appear before the panel.
Were legal representatives permitted to accompany those summoned to the panel hearings?
Well, the panel hearings, as far as we know, happened at the party's national secretariat. What we understand is that all of those who were interested parties, including the national chairman and other members of the NWC, were invited to appear before the panel. Now, the intention of this was to grant individuals indicted in their alleged financial malfeasance case to explain themselves and also say their own side of the story. So we cannot say for certain if they were allowed or availed some form of legal representation, as we do not think that that was the kind of investigative panel that was held. But as far as being held and as far as being granted fair hearing goes, they say that everybody was granted an opportunity to defend themselves and defend all allegations, but unfortunately, the chairman and the national youth leader were in the show.
Was there any attempt at, mediating or eternal reconciliation before escalating to disciplinary action?
Well, for what we know, the Social Democratic Party has, for the longest time, been seen as the beautiful bride, if you let me call it that. Reason being that while other major political parties, such as the Labour Party and even the PDP in this case, were seen, including the NNPP, were seen to have had one form of crisis or the other, the SDP seemed like the only party that didn't have a particular crisis. Hence the reason why we saw maybe the likes of the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and the former Governor of Kaduna State, Ahmed El-Rufai, approach these parties. What we can say for certain is at the moment, it seems to be handling its own, its own sort of internal crisis. And we can only see how far it's going to go in terms of how they resolve this ahead of the 2027 general elections.
Thank you, Sagir, for the update.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.